now the news for the East Midlands. I'm Quentin Rayner. Good evening. First tonight, a counsellor who's accused of sex attacks on a schoolboy has announced that he'll stand as Nottinghamshire's next Police and Crime Commissioner. Jason Zadrozny, seen here on the left, told us he's facing trumped-up charges that are politically motivated. He spoke out after his first court appearance in Mansfield today. Our social affairs correspondent, Jeremy Ball, was there. So, Jeremy, what happened?
Well, Quentin, extraordinary developments after what began as a routine court appearance. Jason Zadrozny's been charged with 10 historical sex offences against the same boy, including 3 counts of rape. Afterwards, though, he faced the cameras to make a robust denial and to link his arrest to his attempt to win Ashfield for the Liberal Democrats at last year's general election.
They chose to arrest me just before the close of nominations of the general election. Bearing in mind, at the last election I lost by 192 votes. Ashfield was one of the closest seats in the country and I was on course to winning, and I would have unseated a Labour shadow minister. Labour didn't want that to happen and the police didn't want that to happen, so they chose to arrest me because they didn't want me to stand in that election. That is an email from a police officer.
You're saying these are trumped-up charges that are politically motivated?
Absolutely, yeah. There's nothing I can add to that. These are trumped-up charges. That will be borne out in court, and they've been more than politically motivated. We heard, I don't know if you saw videos yesterday, from a former MP who had to make a statement similar to what I'm making now because the police went after him, and they were found all to be not true. The morning I was arrested last year, a 90-year-old man was mugged in Eastwood. It took Nottinghamshire Police 3 days to deal with this case because they were busy smashing down my office, destroying years of hard work. And Nottinghamshire, a proud county of Robin Hood, is now rotten to the core. And that's why this morning I'm going to submit my paperwork to stand for the Police and Crime Commissioner elections as an independent candidate. Somebody needs to clean up Nottinghamshire Police, put more bobbies back on the beat and stop officers dealing with their political paymasters.
You really stand as Police and Crime Commissioner while you're facing such serious allegations?
Absolutely. Somebody who knows the insides of the police. I've led a district council, I've been on the police authority, I've seen the inside of police corruption, and I talk to residents day in, day out. They want police on the streets dealing with crime, not dealing with politically motivated attacks.
Why do you think you've been charged with such serious offences then?
I think the police have just had to cover their backs. They've had a string of allegations. They've searched some of my properties and not others. They've taken some of my computers, not others. They've taken phones that weren't invented at the time of the allegations 13 years ago, and now they've got to cover their back. They're a shambles.
Very strong words there from Mr. Zadrozny. Has there been any response yet from Nottinghamshire Police?
We have approached them this evening. Hardly surprisingly, perhaps, they said it wasn't appropriate to comment. That's because Councillor Zadrozny is still facing those legal proceedings. In fact, he's been ordered to appear at Nottingham Crown Court on the 27th of April, and until then he's been banned from any unsupervised contact with children under 18. In the absence of any conviction, though, there's absolutely nothing to stop him standing as Nottinghamshire's next Police and Crime Commissioner.
Jeremy Ball, thank you.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.